right. How's everyone doing, by the way? Guys in the peanut gallery.
Preparing live. We're live.
And we are live. Hi, everyone. Welcome to today's Help Me Rhonda Show. I am so excited to have you guys here today in this show. This is a weekly show, by the way, and we host this every Wednesday at 10 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. During this show is where I talk about creating sexy brands and turn them into profit-making machines. So if that's what you're into, you guys are in the right place. I am your hostess with the mostest, Rhonda Swan. I'm also the CEO and founder of the Unstoppable Branding Agency and the Sexy Brand Building Formula programs. I have worked with entrepreneurs for the last 13 years, helping them not only define what it is that they do, pull their art from their heart, and actually create a life, a business, and of course, a legacy brand. Now, the conversation in here gets quite sexy, so if you're offended by the word sexy, let me define what it actually means so that you can relieve some of your pressure. See, a sexy brand is someone or something that knows exactly what they do. They know precisely what they can do for their customers, their clients, or the world. And they're confident with not only their skills, but also the product and the service that they offer. Like having a sexy brand is someone that is so clean and clear. Their image is clean, their message is tight, and their strategy is even bigger. Last week, I actually did a Facebook Live, and I talked about that omnipresence. How did you take that strategy and actually expand it and explode it? And that's something that we also do teach in our 30-day challenge. In fact, if you have been part of the 30-day challenge, make some noise on the Facebook thread. Please share this, because today we are talking about creating not only an irresistible offer, but a sexy, irresistible offer, right? That's really, truly what it comes down to, being someone of service or that has a skill. But what happens? There's a difference in so many different businesses, and why, if you are building your business online, right? Certainly we should be doing that. There's 7.6 billion people in the world, and guess what? Guess how many are on Facebook? That means the world has gone social, and we have to, in a very competitive market space, we've got to be able to be on the right platforms. So that's first off, knowing where your people are. But more importantly, it's also about how do you not only scale, but how do you reach more people? And in order to reach more with your product, your service, whether you're brick and mortar or you are working right from your home, like I am here in Bali, and working with clients all over the world, you've got to understand how to leverage social media in the right way. But most importantly, you got to know how to make an offer. You got to actually know how to communicate what it is that you do and how to actually craft an offer that makes someone go, ooh, I want that. How does that feel? How would that feel to you if you actually had something? In fact, you know what I'm going to do today, everyone? I bet you there's been a time and a place. Today, what I'm going to actually teach you is how to not only craft the most sexy and irresistible offer that makes not only you feel confident with what you do, but it also makes your customers, your clients lean in and say, yes, I want that. And literally take out their credit card and say, I want to work with you. How many of us want this to happen? Right? Make sure you make some noise below. Yes, I want that. But here's the deal. Before I start teaching and sharing and giving all my good secrets away, is can we all agree to this? Anything that I'm actually teaching you today has to be utilized for good. It has to be utilized for a business or a brand or a product or a service that is for good, for helping others. We cannot use this for manipulation. So before I even go on at all, can we all agree? Yes, I will only use these type of strategies and knowledge for good. Awesome. Because I can absolutely imagine that there's been a time in all of your businesses where you have had to make an offer, like meaning you've actually had to pitch what it is that you do and ask someone to buy it. How many of us have been in that place? I know there we go. Now I'm getting you guys. Yeah, nice. There we are. All right, good. I've got you guys all over here on Facebook. Remember, if you are in here, because we've got an amazing group here that's in the private section, join us live on Facebook as well. You guys are going to get a lot more interaction as well, but I'm also keeping my peanut gallery nice and tight. And if you're watching this on the podcast or listening on the podcast, join us live every single Wednesday at 10 o'clock Eastern. It's a lot of fun. And we'll make sure that you guys get all the nuggets as well if you're on the podcast. All right. Great to see everyone today, by the way. All right. So let's get going. So I can imagine there's been a moment where every one of us has had to sell something, right? And in that moment, what happens? Let's just be real with each other, okay? What actually happens in the moment when you have to make an offer? Palms get sweaty. You get nervous and you get a little anxiety. I can imagine you've all been there. But what if today, what I'm going to share with you is the exact, not only strategy, but it's almost like you're pulling a little key out of your pocket. It's your exact blueprint. And anytime it's time to make an offer, you know how to do it. You know exactly what's needed. And you're confident in how to deliver it. Who wants that? Yeah? That's what I'm going to give you today. I'm going to give you that little key that allow you to go, okay, it's time. I got to make an offer. I'm prepped and I know how to do it. You guys want that today? Because that's what we are going to talk about. All right. Now, yeah, excellent. Those of you that are here watching the live stream are like, yes, I'm in. I want that. Who wouldn't, right? Who wouldn't want to know the comfort and a way to actually transition into making an offer, or also to be delivering what you do in a very not only connected but strategic way that just makes people go, I just love you. You know exactly what you're talking about, right? Now, if you are in my 30-day challenge, or if you've worked with us at all in the past and you know in our programs, I actually give you away my slide deck, exactly what to say in every slide, right, and leading them into the offer. And I give that away for a reason, because I tell you, when you're confident enough to be able to have a structured sales message, then you actually deliver the offer even better. Isn't that right? And I give that away to you guys. If you're not in our challenge, we'll make sure I'll give you an opportunity of how you can join and what it's all about. But let's get to the nuggets for today. What I'd like for all of you to do, please, again, make sure that you're sharing this and tagging someone, because I'm actually going to teach you guys and talk about the anatomy of an offer. Now, I'm going to bring us all into a little story and a scenario. Let's just imagine, okay, all of you, I'm sure some of you are speakers, right? You've either spoken before on stage, you've delivered an offer, or trained someone on a webinar or masterclass or live, whatever that might be, or you are someone that actually does face-to-face type selling, right? Now, just imagine yourself standing on a stage. Let's just say we're standing on a stage, because my favorite way and my first way that I've ever made an offer was face-to-face, standing on a stage in front of about 150, 200 people. Private little mastermind, but it was a sales mastermind. For 3 full days, these people had been sitting in seats, listening to people like me, doing 35 to 45-minute teaching, and then a 15-minute pitch. You ever hear those? They're called pitch fests, right? And it's insane. Like, you know, those are like Learning Annex started it. It was like pitch, 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 right? So that's 3 full days. Can you guys imagine? Just imagine how it would feel if you were at 3 full days of pitching. No, you're grabbing nuggets, right? So you're going there because you know you're grabbing, you can always take 90% of what people are teaching you, right? Without getting their offer. Usually you can piece it together. That's what a lot of those people were doing. But they were maxed out, right? Most of them had spent thousands and thousands of dollars. And here comes me. Sunday night, 4 o'clock slot, right? I'm thinking, damn it, I am in trouble, right? I've got to actually sell to these people an offer. I'm like, they've been pitched all weekend. What can I do that can inspire them to lean in, to love who I am, and to say, I want your offer? Like, can you imagine getting to that spot? And this is the deal, right? There's 2 outcomes that are going to happen from that scenario. Here you are, you're standing on stage, people have been pitched all week, and sure enough, it's time to make that offer. what's going to happen? Number one, you're going to fall flat on your face. The offer's going to go flat. You're going to die, sizzle, and maybe you get 1 or 2 sales. But what if, just imagine, what if you could be confidently, good question. You could be confidently standing there going, nailed it. Close over 30 to 40% of the room. It's all been sold out. And to be able to confidently stand and make that offer. That's exactly what happened for me when I made my very first stage offer. I closed over 40% of the room and everyone was just blown away. So I'm going to show you guys what I did and the elements behind doing it. All right? Because that is not just, I want you all to know this, it is not just your savviness or your personality. Now, does that help? Absolutely. But I can't teach you how to be me, right? But what I do is I teach you the structure. That's what's duplicatable. You can put into this kind of framework anything that you have and make it your own. See, people think, I can't be like Rhonda, so I can't do it. That's why how we do this and how we make our offers has to have a structure that's duplicatable. Because I've seen, there's some slick salespeople, right? And you're like, oh my God, I can't be like that. Because you can't. And they actually can't teach you how to make sales. All right? Okay, so cool. Great question. I know some of you guys received Tara's offer that she made. It was a fitness offer. I'm going to go through and I'll break that down with you guys today. Okay, cool. Excellent. All right, great. And I'll actually take some of you. I do have my peanut gallery here. Some people have some questions. I'll break down some offers. But let's just, if you guys can see this, all right, let's just break this down because there's an element, of course, to creating not only a sexy offer, but an irresistible offer. That's actually the difference. Let me move my lighting here, everyone. That's actually the difference in someone wanting what you have. Now, as you know, I talk about this often. If you're in my courses at all or here ever, you know that I talk about the invisible difference, like all of that invisible difference that you're making. That's why in our 21-day plan, our 30-day challenge, we create what's called the invisible difference. So that when somebody finally comes to the moment in time when it's time to make an offer, then the offer is actually yielded or they're prepared for it, right? So we're actually taking up about 70% of that cold traffic and we're really heavily warming them up. So when they get to that point, they're ready. But let's talk about now how do you transition into that offer. So I'm not going to talk about the presentation structure because I give you that in my 30-day challenge and I give you that in my courses, okay? I'm talking about that moment when it's time to pitch and the preparation that you've got when you're making that pitch. So this is the thing. Write this down. Make sure you guys have a pen and paper, all right? Killer. Good to see you guys. 90% of an offer, right? 90% is the transformation or the result or the destination you can create for someone. It's 10% service delivery. I got to say this again because I want you to hear what I mean. This is the biggest failure, the biggest that I see in webinars, I see in master classes. People are trying to close someone. And just think about it. How many times have you gone to, and I was in sales, right, in pharmaceutical sales, and they actually taught us the features to benefits, right? The sales process, feature to benefit, feature to benefit. Did you realize that features to benefit doesn't sell us shit? Because unless somebody knows what either the transformation, the result, or the desired outcome is going to be achieved, they could give a rat's ass whether you're going to give them 8 calls, it's video based, or, for instance, I use this analogy, we sell the destination, not the plane. Again, the destination is in the 90, the plane is in the 10. What the hell does that mean? Do you really care that you are going to take a metal titanium airplane at 747? Yeah, you might care about that. All the way to Bora Bora? Not really. You actually care This is what you care about, isn't it? You care about the fact that you're going to get there and you're going to be sipping on a coconut in Bora Bora. Your kid's going to be playing. You and your husband or your wife are going to have the best time ever. If travel agencies sold you the plane for 90%, no one would ever go to Bora Bora. But what do? They pull on you. They get you in the motion, in the mood. And so 90% of what we talk about has to be 90%. What we talk about has to be that result. Boom, I'm going to get you a result, right? You guys know me. I'm all about hardcore, straight up. Sexy brands, profit machines, period. I'll give you the strategies to get there. That's why people work with me. Like, right? I give you what you want. I allow you to see that working with me is going to get you the destination that you want. So think about yourself. Is what you do on a daily basis? Are you doing service delivery? I'm going to give you this and I'm going to give you that. I'm going to work with you here and then you're going to get this. Or are you actually painting that picture, selling that destination, the transformation they're going to have through working with your services, working with your company, working with you? Or are you selling mostly service to benefits? I've got a guy in here right now, Calvin Vitalis. This guy is hardcore, right? Hardcore, amazing car sales guy, right? He helps people create the vision that they need and want in buying a car. He crushes it. I know Kevin, he crushes it because he sells them the destination. He allows them to feel that whatever car that you're selling them, let's say it's a Subaru, that they're going to be safe going on the camping trips and it's all going to fit their stuff. You see that? He's selling a car, for God's sake. And he's got so much value behind it that the car is totally secondary. Car is not what they want. They want the feeling, the safety. Get that? Yes. Okay. So that leads me to this. How we sell it, I'm going to give you the structure. We have to sell to them we give them what they want, right? We actually give them what they want. And we help them visualize and see that destination and that result that they're going to get just by working with us. Okay? Okay, now let's even go deeper. All right, so this is why I want to start here because this is where everyone gets lost. You start going, okay, so when you work with me, you do your presentation like, so I'm going to give you this. It's going to be 8 weeks. It's going to be video-based, and I'm going to give you a PDF, and then I'm going to talk to you, and then I'm going to call you, and then you're going to get all this. People are like, what? We've got to give them what they want, sell the destination, okay? Who's with me? Yeah, excellent. Okay, so now let's go into what is the anatomy of the sexy irresistible offer, and then I'm going to give you or show you the exact offer stack that we've got and our actual offer outline that we utilize. All right, so don't leave. If you guys leave, you're not getting the offer outline, just so you know. All right, so this is the deal. Number one, the biggest issue with people not knowing what there are people not buying, that difference between standing on stage and getting crickets or getting a bunch of buyers, it's first the invisible difference, write that down. But secondly, how do we actually put the offer together? Okay, I'm going to bring it down. How do we put the offer together? How many of you are creating courses or selling something that you think they want? That you think they want? Many. You're in your own head. What do they want? What do they want? See, the number one start of creating the most irresistible offer is actually knowing without a shadow of a doubt. I mean, I'm talking deeply knowledge-based. What is your audience? Exactly. What does your audience actually want? I did some testing and when I was creating the 30K challenge, okay, I talked about doing this challenge, or it was a video base that was going to go along with Russell Brunson's book, right? You guys know this. It's either in Russell Brunson's book as a chapter or it's my book in my challenge. But let me give you a story because I want you guys to think about this. When I started, I was like, ooh, that chapter is going to be so cool. I'm going to make it a 30-day and I'm going to do it day to day to day and I'm going to do video, okay? I said that. Does anyone know when this book was released? Like it was like last year, April or August. I just had the idea. but I actually didn't implement it because I didn't know that that's what people wanted. I'm thinking, why would they want this challenge? Okay. So just think about this. So then after the book launches and I'm starting to get intel, I mean, feedback of what they like. See, I was going to put together an actual video course that walked them through, wasn't my 21-day plan, right? I was going to walk them through and guide them how to build their course, because that's what I do, right? I help people build and productize their knowledge and build a course. Okay. That's what I was going to do. Now, I had already had that course. So I was like, cool, I'm going to connect the book to the course and it's going to be awesome. But I didn't do it. And this is why, because I needed intel. I needed to know, what is it that they actually needed so bad? Why would I make a course that I didn't even know people wanted? Or why would I make a product that I didn't even know they wanted unless I found out, right? Got intel. So what happened is this. I went so deep. I was like, okay, who is my audience? Guys, this may sound so generic, and I'm going to give you the structure and the outline of how to put it together, but I'm going to tell you right this. If you don't know exactly what it is you do, I mean, I create sexy brands and turn them into profit-making machines. You've got to say it like a badass. You've got to know what you do at the core, right? Because this is the difference. The difference between you being nervous when it's time to make the offer and you crushing it is because A, you didn't know the audience, and you actually were not confident enough of what you do. And it's okay. In the beginning, you're like tripping and falling and tripping and falling. You're trying to figure it out. And you're like, why am I not so confident? Well, it's just because you don't know what you do yet, right? You don't know what you do yet. So number one is know exactly what your audience actually wants. 30K challenge, I realized I found the gap in the market with Russell Brunson. Many of you guys are in the One Funnel Away challenge. I found the gap because I was getting people coming to me going, oh my God, your chapter and your structure was so simple. And I said, well, why? What's going on? And I'm getting all these people going, they gave us the funnel, but I don't know what to do with it. And I went, bing, oh, it's not how to build the course. It's the strategy behind it. So what happened, you guys getting this? What happened is I started to learn who the audience was. And I was targeting Russell Brunson's crowd, right? I was targeting the One Funnel Away people because that's where the chapter came from. Now, I had already crushed this process a long time ago, right? I've been doing this for years, this 30-day challenge, 21-day plan. I called it the runway to the money, right? But now I realize, wait, they don't want that. They want this. So I had to know, what is it that I am so crushing rock solid at that I can confidently teach it like a boss? And then I have to know what they want, okay? What they want. Are you guys getting this? So it's knowing exactly who they are, what they want, right? Now, and the biggest, right, is the core. Remember I said it's the core offer? It's understanding and knowing what your core offer is. But check this out. How many of you would think this is when you're running to create or launch an offer, should you launch and offer just one only, or should you have two? Now, this is not trick, and it could confuse some of you, but I want you to think a little differently. When you're making a pitch or an offer, and I know if anyone's in our 30-day challenge, next week, it's time, right, to make your offer. You got to get on a webinar and you're going to sell something. Like, this is part of those that are in our 30-day challenge. Do you have one or two offers? Now, what I recommend is everyone should and must start with your core. I see so many people creating this big product that they don't even know what it is, and it's got this, it's got all this stuff to it. Instead of focusing on, what do I do the best? What do I do the best, right? That means that's my core offer. That is one thing that you know you can deliver without a shadow of a doubt. Don't get all crazy and start, adding in a lot of stuff. I'm going to give you the structure at the end of this call so you know exactly what to put in it. But this is the deal. I also recommend you doing this. You want to have your chocolate right? You guys know me when I talk about messaging. The messaging's got to be chocolate. You got to be like, ooh, super sexy and unique. Can't be all vanilla, right? But today I'm saying you must have your chocolate offer. That is your core. What it is that you do. I like this, Abir. There's my girl. But I also want you to have vanilla. Now, why do we have a chocolate and a vanilla? First off, the chocolate's the core. But now, what happens if you are making an offer on a webinar and you say, this is the offer, right? This is the only offer. Now, what happens is, are you ready to take it? Yes or no? Like, that's the only options, isn't it? Are you ready to take it? Yes or no? And so what happens is you force them into making a binary decision. You force them into making a binary decision, meaning I either want it or I don't. So what happens? We lose that other percentage of people that don't want that offer, don't we? So this is why I recommend you nail your core offer, but then you also have a little bit of vanilla on the side. And what do I mean by vanilla? Okay, let me give you an example. I have a book, right? So if you've got a book and you're selling someone a book, then make sure that you have either the audio book, right? Something a little extra to add on to it, but also how do we increase our conversion rates? How do we increase our cart value? You then add, let's say your book, you add in a video course, right? Add in something of very high perceived value, right? Very high perceived value that can add on. Now, I say this because what if now you've got, let's say you have an event, right? And you're making an offer for an event. So if you've got, let's say, a digital course and you're selling a high ticket event, someone's like, I'm not ready yet. Or they buy the event and you want them to give them let's say a digital course, they get instant gratification right away. Or you give them the digital course now so that then they add on to the event. I want you to begin thinking, what is the other vanilla that can just add on to the offer? This is the thing, the vanilla becomes either the downsell or it becomes the add-on. It's the downsell or it's the add-on. This is the thing, any webinars that I do or any sales calls that I do, no matter what, someone's gonna end up buying something. So I want you to think like that. You guys with me on this? Someone's gonna end up buying something. So you've got to make sure that you've not only got your chocolate, your core offer, but you also have something, let's say it is a digital course, or maybe you're going to record something and then they get that digital course. So I want you to always think about it because there's an ascension model that we follow, isn't there? But knowing exactly what the core is first and then going, how can I add on to this? But what if they say no? Then where do I go with it? See, that's always the missing element why people go, what do you do if you can't serve that person? I don't ever want that person to go away. I just want to say, look, you're not ready to work with me at the high level, so why don't you get in this course? Or why don't you at least just buy this course? You with me on that? I want you guys to make sure too that you've got if you have questions, your comments. Yeah, there you go. Exactly. Core offers chocolate, digital is your vanilla, upsell, downsell. Okay. Now, number 3, of course, is the promise. That is your ironclad promise of what you're going to do. This is where most people do fall short. And it goes back to the start. You're just not confident enough to know what you do and how you do it, that you actually don't have a tight promise, right? When I tell people and they spend $500 to do an hour strategy call with me, it's $500. But I say, look, I'm going to guarantee you that I'm going to find hidden profit pockets inside of your business and inject revenue into your business just with the conversation, the strategy I offer to you. So yeah, I do charge $500 for my time. And if you feel that I don't do that, I'll refund your money. But I also give them a course. So when they book a call with me, they get a course and they get a call. And if they feel like I sucked, no problem. I'm going to give you your money back, but you get to keep my course. Like, create something so ridiculous. You're like, dang it. That's crazy. This lady's willing to give me all of that. Does that make sense? You guys with me on this? So you have to have an ironclad promise, right? Now, how many of you guys remembered, if you were in our in the 30-day challenge, I actually gave you guys a really strong, powerful value stack. Remember that? these are the three elements here, the anatomy of making the core offer stick, okay? So we've got to not only know what you do, how you do it, you got to structure it in a way that makes people what they want. You got to know, because you got to talk to them. You actually have to find out what they want. Don't make it first. Make sure you're touching only on the 90% transformation and results, not the 10% service. You've got to know your audience, get them a result. What is the result they're going to get? That's the thing. It's what is the desired outcome of your audience. Your offer is about what is their desired outcome. What do people actually want? I'm going to ask you, how many of you actually joined, if you were part of the 30-day challenge, how many of you actually joined because you wanted a challenge? I guarantee no one cared about a challenge. But I do know what you wanted. And I'm going to share with you guys what that was and what I did. I'm going to show you the offer stack. In fact, if Larcy's here, if you could pull up the image of the offer stack from the 30-day challenge for me. I don't know if I pulled it up yet. So I'm going to show you guys what took place. I gave you what you wanted, and you just joined the challenge. Okay? I'm going to go back to that. All right. So this is the anatomy. Now, take a look. These three elements. Who is that? Let's see. I got to see. This was a good one. They did not care about, Frelly said, I did not care about this challenge at all. Okay. I'm going to ask why you did join, and let's see if it matches. Don't write it yet. I'm going to ask you to say it, and then I'm going to see if it matches. Write it down even or something. All right. So here's the three elements. Now, in order to make a really sticky offer, you got to know what you do, how you do it, right? And then we'll go through the offer stack in a moment. We'll go through the offer outline. It's these three things here that actually makes it stick, okay? This is what makes it stick. And this is why I'm telling you, having an idea of what part of your vanilla can be, because your vanilla turns also into one of these. So 3 things. First off, you need a stack. You need an offer stack. Not just, this is the offer, but you need a stack. You need to stack it with super sexy, amazing stuff, right? That people go, oh, I'm in. How many of us is like, oh my God, I want it, right? That means the value is so high that they want it, okay? So you need a stack. You need a limiter, time frame, okay? And then, of course, you need some bonuses. And, of course, I call them sexy, right? Sexy bonuses. We need a sexy bonus and some super sexy bonuses. So we need these 3 things. Now, when I was running the 30K challenge, thank you so much, is I knew what everyone wanted. Okay, so I'm going to ask you guys all here, if you were part of that, I'm going to open up. Larcy, thank you so much. Larcy just gave me my offer stack. I'm going to show you guys. I'm just totally always so transparent, you guys. But this is what I want you to feel and hear. I knew exactly what you guys wanted, right? I knew exactly what you wanted, because I knew who my orange. So I knew what my core was. I know what people want in that core. And over here, but I also had some extra sexy vanilla on the side. I'm going to show you what that was. I gave you guys a Silver the Kiss promise, right? So here we go. Here's what an offer actually is. And how many of you guys remember this? Let me just see where that was. Hey, Lars, you just gave me the offer stack. I want actually from the 30-day challenge, the slide that was the offer stack. If you can remember let me just see if I can pull it up for you guys. So I'm not teaching the presentation right now. I'm actually wanting you to go through the and see the stack. I'm just trying to get to the stack. Are my slides changing? I just want to make sure my slides are moving for you.
Yes. Yes, it is.
Okay, good, great, excellent. Okay, now, right? So I'm asking some NLP questions, right? I'm even sharing what I'm even offering. This doesn't even cover my hosting and making you realize how big of a deal it is. Now, then this is part of the stack. When I make this offer, I say, so this is what you're going to get. I break it down. Now, this is where the service delivery starts to come in. I just loaded you full of so much value of desired outcomes and sold you the plane inside of the presentation to the point where you're like, dang it, this is amazing. I want the $100. Like, I can do this. Now, this can go for any price point, okay? you have to have all the elements. So let me show you the exact stack. So first off, you start walking them through exactly what they're going to get, right? So this was week 1. I'm going to give you guys and teach you all of this, right? All of this, right? Next is week 2. I'm like showing you what we're getting. I got a bonus there and I got a super sexy bonus there. Now, if you remember, I had John Kurt come out and say, I'm actually going to give you a template of a webinar bot, right? People charge thousands of dollars to get that, right? I educated you more. Then I told you week 3 what you're going to get. Then Kim Barrett came out, told you he's going to teach marketing and Facebook ads. Like people are like, what, $100 I'm getting all of this. So I want you to hear this. Do you see how I'm doing it? I'm breaking it down. This is what you're going to get from the start because I know my value, know what you want. Everyone wants, they're like, I want to learn all of that, right? But what was the biggest thing that I actually did? So here's all these bonuses, right? You're going to get training from industry legends. You're going to get all this. The biggest offer stack, the reason why people actually bought, because I tested it, let's say who's inside of the of our webinar here that can actually answer this. Why did you actually buy the challenge? What was it? It wasn't really that you wanted to be part of a challenge, was it? Why did you actually buy it? Freely, do you want to share? Why did you join the challenge? Any of you? Let me see it right here. Why did any of you? Let's see. Okay, share with me why you guys joined. So I really want to know. If you're part of our challenge, why have you ever bought anyone's stuff? There's something about it. Let me walk you through this. Now, if you remember, my audience is the 2 Comma Club audience. It's the one funnel away, or those, of course, that want my strategies, that watch my lives, right? But I knew who I was actually targeting. People that knew that they needed a funnel, because I've been educating everyone on my 21-day plan, that funnels are so important and you need it, right? But I also knew the people that knew they needed a funnel, they knew they needed a strategy, they knew they needed a process, because the book, right? I knew who needed this. Do you know what your audience actually wants? Not what you're going to give them, what they want. The whole point is that I have 2 Comma Club awards. There's 2. There's one right there, and the other one's in Orlando's airport. I left it there by accident. I'm going to go back to the States in September, and I'm going to pick it up. I have 2 Comma Club awards. People were listening to me because they wanted to learn my strategy. They wanted to know how I got not only asked to be in Russell's book, but how I've earned 2 Comma Club awards, how I've also launched 108 brands and products in the last 24 months with myself and my clients, and sold over $15 million in sales. That's a lot. So if you can now get so clean on what you do, even if you're new, get clear on who you are, what you've done for someone. But what did people want? I'm going to go back up here. Somebody typed it in. What did you want? Okay. Ha! She wants to be in the 2 Comma Club, and how it made sense and how easy and feasible it was, right? I actually showed you that it was so easy. I'm going to come back here again. I want you guys to hear this. I actually showed everyone. Oops. Am I still here? Where am I?
You're still here. You're just not sharing your screen.
I lost myself. I freaked myself out. Sorry. I'm like, did I leave? I actually showed you. Remember in the beginning? I want you guys to get this. Do you remember in the beginning when I said, you can't take my personality. I'm going to give you exact structures how to do it. See, when you make what you do so easy that they can also apply it or they can learn it, what happens? They want it. When you make something like, I can do that, or I need that, people then want it. You get that? Made it so simple, okay? Now, next. Who else just wanted, okay, let's hear it. Good, this is great. I'm getting some intel. If you're in the podcast, listen here. Stephanie said, I joined because I've been struggling to create a strong business model that will convert and financially and to believe in herself. I have so much to deliver and to offer. So, right, so you joined because there's a community. You know that we're going to be together on it, right? The number one reason why everyone joined. The number one reason was because I was giving everyone, do you remember? So this is what you're going to get. You're going to get videos. You're going to get some video instructions of me. You're getting that book. You're getting the workbook. You're getting my walkthrough of my 2 Comma Club funnel. Who was my audience? All those things that you guys have. See, you have to make the offer that hits the bullseye. I knew who the bullseye was. But guess what? We get points for the rings if we don't hit the bullseye, don't we? So if you know who your bullseye is, you're going to get rings around it. Get people like, Steph that needed some support. She wanted some community. People like Fraley, who actually wanted a 2 Comma Club and wanted to see what it takes. The number one bullet, the number one is what? The 2 Comma Club funnels. The actual funnels that I give away inside of the 21-day or inside of my 30-day challenge, it was the funnels. Why? Let me ask you why. I mean, I'm giving this to you guys. I want you to hear like what it is. When you know what people want, they buy it because you give them actually what they want. I didn't charge anyone. I actually made the 2 Comma Club funnel was a bonus. They wanted trainings. They wanted the funnels. That was the number one reason. So I gave you the offer stack. I gave you all the super sexy bonuses. I gave you what you wanted, which was my funnels. Do you realize people charge 10 grand for their funnel? Like that's a 7-figure funnel I actually gave everyone. That's my whole sales process. Everything's inside of it. I gave it away. 7 figures. So to say that I'm going to give you something that has taken me 13 years to master, but I'm just going to give it to you guys, I'm not going to charge you for it, it's a bonus. I want you to think that way. What can I offer in my in my core offer? What can I say? And the bonus is what they actually want. So for you, is it a call? Do they want one-on-one? Do they need more personal attention? Do they need an extra service? Do they need extra time? Like what is it that they want so bad that you actually give it away, you don't charge them for it? Right? You get that? Yeah, at least 10K. Letitia's right. People pay $10,000 minimum to get a funnel built, set up, and designed. I gave you mine. That was the number one reason. So if you think about it, when you're making your offer, what can you actually give them that they want that you pretend or say it's a bonus, right? Like, listen, this is for real. You guys know me. Anytime I speak, teach, or talk, I don't hide anything. I give you everything because I want you to see my transparency in what I do that you can also do too. Now, if you decide to work with me, that's a big bonus for you, right? Because I give you everything. Now, this is the cool part is I knew they wanted the funnels. Now, I also know how hard it is to set up a funnel yourself. It's a freaking hard. Right? It takes a lot. Design, the branding, the messaging, the image, the message, and the strategy, right? It takes a lot of time. But I knew if I gave everyone what they wanted so they could see my sales process and learn from me, get me, then what's going to happen? Someone is going to go, I need that set up for me. I want that done for me. I need to work with you because actually I'm not working in my zone of genius anymore. I'm ticky-tackying all the time. Did you get that? I knew what they wanted. I gave them what they wanted, but I also knew the biggest pains that they were going to have, and you, is going to be, how am I going to get this done? How am I actually going to implement it? How am I going to set it up? Does that make sense? That's how we create magic, okay? Is by knowing the people, having the core offer, giving them a little vanilla, but giving them what they wanted for free. Your offer, then you go, what is it that they really want? Okay? Is that making sense for you guys? Yeah. So now, yep, there we go. Freely's like, that was me. I wanted it. So now let's move over. Letitia's like, I knew you were going to say that. It's so me, right? But that's the deal. That's why don't be afraid of giving all your best juice. Give them all of it. Everyone's so afraid of it. Yeah, in your lives that we teach you how to structure and how to put them together, don't give them all the nuts and juices in the day. You need them to keep coming to you. But man, if you keep giving your best work, someone's bound to go, dang it, I love what you say and you do. I just need you to do it for me. And that's open for you. You know, anyone can say, you know what? I'm that person. I want to join Rhonda's inner circle. I'm ready to actually join and meet her at an event and get this stuff done so I can launch it. That's what my zone of genius is. See, I'm a 7-figure brand strategist. I help my clients, remember, create sexy brands and turn them into profit machines. I give you all my strategies and structures, put the pieces of the puzzle together, but guess what? One piece of that puzzle is usually the face that's missing when you do it yourself or when you're trying to piece it together. When you get a strategist that's done it and it's got every one of their funnels are successful, they're gorgeous, the message is tight, the strategy is tight, what happens? You become now successful. And not all of you were ready for that big offer, are you? No, I know, because I've got something vanilla for you, don't I? Right? Not all of you are ready. I haven't even made an offer to our 30-day challenge people, but they know what it is, my chocolate. But some of you are going to go, I need some vanilla. As you're going through this process, if you're part of this, if you're in our 30-day challenge, you guys know that we do our Q&As on Sunday nights. And, right? So you know what it is that we're providing you with value. There's going to be some of you that are like, I need it done for me. I'm ready. It's already happened. I've gotten already several upgrades that are done for your program. So this is what I'm going to show you guys is when you know what you are and what you do, it falls right into place. So can I show you guys the template that I'm going to actually provide all of you with because you stayed to the end? I'm actually going to give you this template. I'm going to give you the template. And then I'm going to make you guys a really super sexy offer. All right? You guys cool with that? Okay, stick around. And because you're going to like it. Okay, so let me open my screen again. Now, many of you guys have worked with us before, and this is the thing. We got to remember this. Not everything happens overnight, does it? Sometimes it takes you time, and that's just some realities to it. Sometimes it actually takes you time. You got to stay in the conversation. In order to stay in the conversation, because it's just like brushing our teeth, isn't it? It's like, dang it, it's not as easy, is it? And so that's why we have to stick with it, because we have to watch from others' failures. So let me go through the stack and what this offer stack has to look like. Now, I also give you, of course, my presentation, all my slides, all of that, if you're in our challenge. But we didn't talk about that today, did we? We talked about this offer, how to make it so sexy and juicy, right, that they wanted it. Somebody asked about Tara, and I don't know if I have her offer stack, but I'll share with you what we put together for her. And it wasn't what they thought they wanted. We just gave them the base, and then she gave them what they wanted. And that's why she hit, I think, 10, 15K or something the first offer. Okay? And same thing, Ryan just hit his first 12K, Rhino, because he was giving them what he thought they wanted, and then he finally actually gave them the real core offer that they really wanted. Snap up. Okay. All right. This is what you have to have. Remember, we have to have that core offer. So that's, obviously that's the name. That's all this. We're going in the 10% right now. Okay. The 90% is all that stuff you do in the front end. This is how you actually make the pitch. Now, if you remember, do you remember what I said in the beginning? Do you remember how I said, I'm going to have you all imagine right now what I'm going to do today is I'm actually going to teach you exactly how to make an offer where you don't feel sweaty or salesy or sticky and you're so confident. And then I told you that I'm going to give you the blueprint. And I told you, you can't use this for bad. And you all agreed. And then I said, can you imagine? I know there's a moment in time where you've all been in this one spot. I futurescaped you. You were all going, I remember, yeah, I have sold before. There is a moment when I've made an offer and I didn't know what to do. Remember that? Remember when I did that? I said, well, what I'm going to do today is I'm going to give you the keys, the blueprint. It's like whenever it's time to make an offer, you're going to pull that key out and you're going to unlock that secret. Do you remember when I said that? And then I said, and that's what we're going to do today. And it's going to be that secret that makes your customers lean in and pull out their credit card and say, I want it. Do you guys remember me doing that? See, that's also the opening of how you open a presentation that get people to lean in. I got your buy-in already, didn't I? That's also a script that I give you away inside the challenge, by the way. You're not getting that today, but if you're in the challenge, you can. But see how that works? And we make that presentation, and then we inject our transition statement into the offer stack. Okay? There's a transition statement you must do and you must have, but that's also in the challenge or in my courses. So I'm not going to teach you that today, but I am going to give you this. Now, here's the offer. So here's our feature to benefit. Here's our 10%er. Name the course. What is it? It's got to have a name. Don't just say it's an 8-week program. Give it a freaking name. Sexy brand building formula program, 30K and 30-day challenge, right? The Keto Strong Fit challenge, right? Letitia's is the Sales Success Academy Give them something that sounds sexy, right? Then you got to put a value to it. Okay, you got to put a value to it. If you've been in the industry for 13 years like I am, damn it, my stuff is worth 7+ multiple figures, right? Give it a value. You're going to get all my shit, right? So now it's how many modules, like what's in it? What are you going to do with them? This is where that feature to benefit. You got to have all this stuff. They need to know, psychologically, people must know what in the heck they're getting from you. So what's the name? Then I'm going to work with you. You're going to get 8 different video modules, or you're going to get 8 different calls, right? You're going to get this, this, and this, okay? If that's the core, if it's working with you. Because our core has got a little bit more touch. We got our low ticket and no touch. The core's got a little more touch, right? So the vanilla's no touch at all. But the core, you're giving them some extra juice. Then we go into deep, high levels of your ascension model, which is crazy pistachio or, nuttiness. And that's super expensive, right? But they got to know what they're getting, okay? 3. Then, do you have a name of a Facebook group? Give them something that they have a community. Why? The community is what Stephanie said. The amount of people this morning when I did a live said, oh my God, I love the challenge group because I'm in the conversation. Even if I feel lost and left out, I am all over because I'm watching the people and they're doing it. And then I get motivated and then I do it. That's why you create what's a community for them. Let them know you're giving them something that they can be part of, right? Everyone wants to wear a cape. Give them a cape, for God's sake. Be a freedompreneur. Be a freaking sexy brand builder. Be, okay? And then, of course, then you need to have, how long? It's got to have an end. Because why? They've got to also know what is the point A to point B. Remember that desired outcome? What is the desired outcome that you're going to get? 30K in 30 days. Now, I give you the strategy. Does it mean that every one of you are going to make it in the first round? No. But if you do exactly what I say, I guarantee you stick with it, you will make 30K in 30 days. I guarantee it, guys. I have 100% success rate when we follow it to a T. Because I know the ones that do it. And when they do it, boom, it works. Rhino, 4 days, 12K. Because he followed what I said. I've got hundreds of clients that have started kind of on, off. And maybe they did it and executed it. But guess what? They didn't know their audience and they were not consistent. The promise was not ironclad. It wasn't a seal to the kiss promise because they weren't confident enough yet. And that is okay. That's why you got to stay in the conversation. But they've got to know how long it's going to take to get a result with you. You have to give them that. Psychologically, we want to know. Otherwise, that's why people don't join. They're like, shit, I don't have time for this. It's summer. I got stuff to do with my kids. If you say, in my methodology, in the next 8 weeks, you're going to leave here with this, this, and this, boom. They're like, okay, I want that. Got that? Next, it must have some sexy bonuses. I do some little invisible bonus stuff, meaning I'm adding on that extra vanilla, right? You saw it. They not only just got the 30K challenge, but you got video, my workbook, and then what did I do? Then I'm like, okay, I'm going to give you John Court's training, and he crushed it. He gave you the actual bot template. You could do it yourself. He gave you the template. Kim Barrett tomorrow for my challenge people, he's giving away his Facebook ad strategy of how to scale your ads and spend less and make more, right? That's what he's giving you. That's a super invisible, sexy bonus. Whoa, this guy's going to actually teach me this stuff for free, for $99. That's ridiculous. It doesn't matter what price point you're at, as long as the stack is what they want. They need this stuff, right? And then the third one was my invisible, was also my book. I said, I'm going to give you my #1 best-selling book. But my big, super sexy bonus was, ding, 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 we got a winner. It was my funnels. And I know half of you guys are like, damn it, I just want to see how she's doing it. And they're like, I can piece some of this together. But then you're like, I'm not really sure I can piece all that together myself, because it takes away all of your art from your heart. You start diving into technical, and then you're not offering or creating anymore. You're doing stuff you don't want to do, and it's a lot harder. Do you realize that more people spend more money when they do it themselves than when they actually buck up from the front and get it done for them? It's true. That's what they do. It's true. You realize that? How many of you guys? I've done it. I'm like, I'll figure out. Finally, I spend tons of money, but it might be micro money. And now you're like, dang it, I should have done this from the front. We've all done that. All right. Now we're getting a little long-winded today, but do you guys see exactly how this works? Everything I teach and say is what I've already done. All of you are in the process right now. Every one of you's in the process. And so what I did say today, by the way, did this move your needle? If all you did is come here for my show today, if all you did is just come here tonight, spend your time listening to me, blah, 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 telling you everything that I do, would it be worth it? Like, would it be worth you coming? Right? That's the point. You got to make it so worth someone's while. But what I also did is I also shared with you that because you're here, if you're not in the challenge, I'm still going to give everyone that is joined up live I'm going to give you that offer stack document, let you paste it and or download it. But I also have to say, you can't use this or share this with other people because it's my trademark material. If I see it, I'll know it, right? It's all good. But I am going to give that to you today. So Larcy will put that in the comments of the PDF. You'll download it and you can use it. What I'd also like to do is this. We are in right now week 3 of our 30-day challenge. I've been seeing unbelievable results. People that are for the first time are making offers. For the first time, they're delivering their content. They're organizing their content. They're structuring. They're making a presentation, for goodness sake. For the very first time. I've seen 50K contracts signed. I've seen 15K sales being made, 10K sales being made, $500 sales being made, 19 $500 sales being made by Rhino in the first 4 days. Like, the results are up and down all over the place, but everyone's getting a result because they've got community. They're sticking around. They're in the conversation. So what I want to do for those of you that is not in our challenge, or if you're in our challenge, I want you to hear this. If you're not in the challenge, you're going, damn it, I want this structure, I want all this stuff that she's teaching. Then what I'm going to do is this. And you have to join though right away today, like in the next 24 hours. You have to join to the challenge by going to swanlinks.com. You still get it for $97. It's under even 100. Swanlinks.com, you're going to get everything I've talked about, but this is what's cool. We have 1 week left. You're going to get on our Sunday Q&A call. I do a live with me Sunday Q&A call. It's actually, I'm calling it the emergency masterclass on Monday or on Sunday, because I've gotten so many people loading me full of like, oh my gosh, I have questions, I have this, I have this. I mean, I'm getting phone calls. I'm like, listen, you guys paid $97. Give me a freaking break. Use customer service. Surely I say that with love because I love everyone, but I'm like, are you kidding? It's in the middle of the night. Use the group. Get in the session. Maybe you need to work with me, right? Like, okay. But again, this is the reason why I'm getting like inundated with people going, I need help. So I said, okay, cool. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to do an emergency masterclass. I'm answering everyone's questions, getting them totally set so they can launch like a boss. In fact, I need to pull up that slide because it's so cool. Larcy, if you have that little graphic, I'm going to pull it up because it's sexy and cute. If you want to launch like a boss on like fill the missing gaps of the 30K challenge and launch like a boss on Sunday night, is if you guys join today, you're going to get to join that call. Okay, you'll immediately get the course. You get to join that Q&A call, that emergency webinar call. You get to join that one. And then you get to start in the challenge on July 1st. We're going to kick it off again July 1st, a new session of the challenge. We've got Joni Dillon is now going to be one of our head trainers. She's an NLP trainer. She helps you break away from all the doubt and the limiting beliefs and let you walk in the door clean. Joni is going to be joining us in the very first week of the challenge. Cleanse your head, get yourself rocking and rolling so we can crush it for July. Okay, that's what we're doing. Also next month, we got John Corp back again with bots and Kim Barrett. So you guys are getting extra for July's session. Okay, literally, this is $97, but all of you know I'm doing this for a reason because I'm getting a third one of these 2 comma clubs with a $97 offer. And I'm proving it to Russell Brunson, right? I'm proving it to Russell Brunson. Because I'm like, dude, I've been selling high ticket all my life. He's like, I bet you can't sell anything low ticket. You're so used to high ticket. I'm like, yeah, we'll prove it. Right? So that's what I'm doing. So again, that's why I'm doing it. But that means that I'm so passionate about it and I care so much about everyone. I give you so much for $99. That's my gig. And so that's the deal. So you have to join in the next 24 hours. I would join immediately, just swanlinks.com. That gets you into that call. It's an emergency webinar call. You'll get invited to it specially once you buy, which we get approval. And then we start July 1st. All right. Now, if you are in the challenge, you guys will be invited no matter what. Just know there's going to be a new link, emergency webinar. You guys are going to come to that. And, but I also, all of you can repeat, and everyone will be repeating, again, the cycle, right? So we're all moving. We're keeping the needle moving. Remember, I told you, just give me 6 months with you. Even if you're brand new, I'll turn you into a freaking rock star. I'll give you everything I got. And I'm also going to get everyone this results of this challenge and how we turned it into a 7-figure funnel. And you guys are going to get this funnel if you'd like it. You guys, is that cool? You guys with me? So again, if you haven't joined the challenge, just do it today. Otherwise, I'm going to close up my show, just like I always do. And I always, every time I come, I gave you guys a sealed with a kiss promise, didn't I? I'm like, I'm going to show you exactly today the one strategies that we use, the anatomy of how to make a super sexy irresistible offer. Can I ask you, did I do that today? I just need to know, because that was my sealed with a kiss, ironclad, freaking no questions asked promise. I made that promise to you. Yeah, let me know if I did that for you. Please say, yes, you did that. You gave me your seal of the kiss promise. You achieved that. I love whatever words you want to say. And I do appreciate that, because that's why I do these shows, to give you all the value I possibly can. Even if you don't buy from me, it's okay. You know why? Because you will eventually. Because you will. I'm going to figure out what you want, and I'm going to give it to you. Do you know that? That's the only reason why people aren't buying. It's because I just haven't figured out what you want. So if you want to tell me what you want, I'll give it to you. Right? That's just the name of the game. All right. So this is what I do here in my show. I give you everything I got. When it's ready, it's time. I do believe that right now the 30K challenge is your time. This is the time to actually crush it through the summer in July. We're going to help you get there. You got a massive team behind you. I mean, a massive team. And you got over hundreds and thousands of people, or not hundreds and thousands of people that have done this exact structure and strategy, that have crushed it. And now you're going to be with this big community of over 2,300 people that are going to move into the next challenge. And it's up to you if you want to be part of that. But I do suggest that you guys join, and you're going to get invited to that private call. And then you start in the challenge. You get the course right away. You get all that stuff that I talked about immediately, but then you start the challenge with us on July 1st. So that gives you a lot of extra time to get in and get ready and to get totally amped up and to get your questions answered so that you can crush it. All right, so that's what we're going to do. You guys are the best. Excited for all of you to be here. I'm going to close up the Help Me Rhonda show, especially if you're watching in this podcast. Why aren't you here? I asked this morning, I'm like, man, do I actually have the voice for a podcast? Because quite honestly, unless they see what I'm doing, they wonder why I'm breathing heavy. What's going on with me? It's because I do this. And if you're on the podcast, you got to watch it in order to know. So I'm turning all my shows into a podcast. And as the Help Me Rhonda show, people have asked me, and I think I'm just going to have to give the YouTube link on every one of the shows so you can watch it as well. But I'll leave everyone with this. Guys, thank you for being here. I never take your time lightly. I respect it. I appreciate it. All your comments, all of your time, the responses, the calls. I love them. I love them. It allows me to know what you want and that I'm providing you with everything that you need. And I care about that so much. And so I never take that lightly. And so I will leave you all with this, though, is if you're going to create a brand, create a sexy brand. If you're going to be anything, be unstoppable. All right, everyone. Join the challenge now, swanlinks.com. It'll get you inside the door. I will see you next week. Where I'm actually going to be breaking down on the Help Me Rhonda show. I'm actually going to be breaking down the exact anatomy, what it takes to build your course. Be there next week. You can also register here actually on Swan Links with the Help Me Rhonda show. If you go to swanlinks.com, it also says register for the Help Me Rhonda show. I have a new funnel that actually registers you guys so that you get the reminders, you don't miss it, you get all the good stuff. You'll know what we're talking about each and every week, other than just getting that ding from Facebook. But I do want you to make sure that you click on that little bell that says I want notifications. They'll tell you when I'm here. But it's always 10 o'clock Eastern on Wednesday nights. So when you go to swanlinks.com, just go there now. go right to Swan Links, and at the top it says register, and the second says join the challenge. And we're excited to have you guys in there. And when you do join, you'll be entered into the group, and tell people, I just joined the 30K challenge. I'm ready to crush it this July. No matter what business you're in, it works. Any industry. We've got dental hygienists. I've got hairstylists. We've got online business coaches. We've got consultants. I mean, you name it, nonprofits, helping people build their fitness business, helping people build their finance business. We've got it, and it works, what we do here. All right, guys, thanks again for being here. Thanks again, Larcy, for helping to run this show, and look forward to seeing all of you next week, same time, same channel. Cheers, everyone, and be unstoppable. Bye, everyone.